So greetings, everyone. I send you love and blessings from my home here in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I have greetings for all of you from Khandro Seong. And today in particular, I want to address all of you about the principle of Ladrang, which is a very ancient principle, and I'm delighted that finally we have Sakyong Ladrang, which preserves the lineage of Sakyongs, and from that lineage is what allows Shambhala to be Shambhala, and also this Ladrang is the preserver and protector of the lineage itself, both the spiritual integrity and the belongings to the lineage. And the term Ladrang is something that is new for probably a lot of you, but it is actually quite ancient. It is a word in Tibetan that essentially means the the housing or the administration or the office of the Lama. And in the Tibetan historical sense, every monastery had their particular Lama. And each one had their own particular kind of a domain, and that allowed for their particular lineage to continue from one generation to the next. And whether it was a incarnation, whether it was a hereditary family line, whatever it may be, and that allowed for it to continue. So it's a very important principle. It's something that I've been hoping that we have as we are Shambhala and as we are in the process of establishing and confirming our own lineage. So it's something that really is not only just about now, it's about the past, preserving the past, but also it's about the future and how, after many of us are gone, what happens with our lineage and to make sure it's safe and secure. So it's this principle where the preservation of the teachings, so literary work, properties, anything that's to do with the preservation of the lineage will be housed in the Ladrang. And it is the kind of administrative or kind of housing of that particular principle. And within Shambhala, I hope that the Ladrang is really represented at all the centers, so that we have aspects of the Ladrang. And basically the feeling is that without the Ladrang, then you don't actually have the teacher, you don't have the lineage, therefore the blessings and teachings can't come. So it really is at the core of what it is. And it's also, I think, for myself, even though I am the Sakyong and I'm in the role, I think in terms of, well, what do I do in this lifetime? What has the previous Sakyong done? How can it continue and how can it be preserved? And that's something that is new to our Western culture. The principle of lineage itself is not new, but people haven't seen that as much. So something that we do have to think about. The world is complicated, and I think that these themes have to be clarified. Otherwise, difficulties arise. So it's just a matter of just being prudent and doing it. And at the same time, I feel like a lot of people who've already talked to me about that they would like to have certain articles donated to the Ladrang in the lineage that is preserved and their contribution. This allows for all of that to occur in a way that's very precise and straightforward. So it's something that is happening now, and I'm very happy that it's actually taking place. So it is with delight that the Ladrang is itself launched, so the lineage of Shambhala, and in particular lineage of the Sakyongs, can be preserved, and also it can propagate and flourish. So thank you.